Yo, happy New Year, anglers. Happy January. Happy 2025. First of all, let's talk about this. I want to talk about a few things, but January is a 1 month. It's a month. Now, I don't know what they tell you one is ruled by traditionally, but it's ruled by Mars. And I wrote a Facebook post, and in my Facebook post, I said, people think I'm so didactic and arrogant, and I'm trying to change so much stuff. And I'm like, no, the humility I have is to let you know how I delineate things so you can delineate these things for yourself. But January is a 1 month. Why do you think January 1st, a one day on a 1 month, why do you think we shoot fireworks and shoot guns? Mars and the number one rule, guns, okay? And let me tell you this. As I was out lifting. I was out making this money, baby, on New Year's Eve. So shortly after New Year's on New Year's Day, shortly after it hit New Year's Day at like 12:15, I'm turning the corner to come into my complex, and it's like 12:15, 12:20, and I see a whole bunch of boxes on fire in a dumpster. One and Mars rule fire. And if you're a January Capricorn and Aquarius, you're a low-key Aries. Every January born person I know either has an Aries placement, like my best Aquarius friend. I think she's January 21st. She's an Aries Mars. If they don't have Aries placements, they have Aries elements of life. My grandmother, January 1st. Her father, my great grandfather, died in World War II. Three of my grandmother's children are in the military. Betty White, she's the best example. Okay, so I tell people Betty White, but I tell people it's not just you. Astrology has everything to do with what surrounds you. You bring your energy into a space, but people also bring their energy into a space. So Betty White, she's a January 17th Capricorn. First of all, her playing Rose on Golden Girls. Okay, and it's not so much about Rose, but she had a sex crazed roommate named Blanche. Okay, they were all very independent women, and I don't think Betty White has any Aries placements. I haven't checked, but she was in a group of independent senior women. Her roommate Blanche was sex crazed, but in the movie Lake Placid, Betty White, literally one of her lines, she says to somebody during a conversation, she said,
If I had this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
if that, and we know Betty White, she's so cute and demure, but that's very Aries. But if you're a January Capricorn or Aquarius, you have low-key Aries placements that can manifest as conflict with parents. If you're a Capricorn, parents being in the military, negatively sexual traumas and dealing with sexual trauma. And I was just talking to my January 11th born Capricorn friend about her sexual trauma, and she's a single parent. So Capricorn is very much I'm sorry. So January is Capricorn and Aquarius season, but it's very much a 1 month. And if you are a January born person, I can even see it in the disposition of January born people. Yes, they have that authoritative managerial Capricorn stuff, but they also have this Aryan warrior like thing about them. And let me tell you, I don't demonize the Gregorian calendar. That's kind of arrogant to me. Like we don't understand what arrogance is and what it isn't. Like, oh, the Gregorian calendar makes no sense, baby. There's so many different calendars. Why do you think the fiscal year goes from like October to September, from Libra Scorpio season back to Libra Scorpio season? Why do you think the Earth renews in spring? Okay, so there are many new beginnings during the year. There are several different types of years, but I don't think people realize, like with Christmas, the people who demonize Christmas as a pagan holiday and try not to celebrate it. I don't care what you call Christmas. I don't care what you call Thanksgiving or what you call Easter. The time period and the energy during that time period is what provokes us to do what we do. I don't care what we call it. So with the Gregorian calendar, I think it makes sense. We have 12 months, but there are 12 zodiac signs. Why don't we see that the energy, the way we segment time, and the way that we've done the months? And if you look at each month, the themes carry out. If you look at September, 9/11, 9, Sagittarius, long distance travel. 9/11 was a long distance travel attack on America. That if you're a September born Virgo or Libra, you're wild. You deal with father issues, daddy issues. You're religious. You travel a lot. You come from a religious family. You might have some religious trauma. And then take it to September. Every September person I know a September born Virgo who transports cars throughout the country. My stepmom, a September 2nd Virgo in the military, always traveling. She grew up in Kansas City, but she calls Boston home now. So the number of the month makes sense. And then let me tell you this, January is So to look up these things, to research these things, I you have to use your childlike mind. I literally just Googled January. And when I Googled January, I found out that January is named after the god of Janus, the god of new beginnings. And when you look up the god of Janus, this is fascinating to me because this has nothing to do with Mars and the number one. The god of Janus, and looking him up, that has nothing to do with astrology, but that sounds a lot like Mars, right? Mars and number one rule new beginnings. So you think it's a coincidence that the first month of the year is named after the god of Janus, the god of new beginnings? I didn't even know there was a god of new beginnings. But when you read up on him, he's the god that they were called to bless new relationships, new houses, new babies, anything new. Okay, so that's even more of a testament to the fact that January is a one Mars ruled month. And if you're born in January, look in your life. You see it. There is heavy presence of military conflict with parents, negatively, some physical violence, positively, some martial arts, people building. You add them up. One is Mars, but if you're a January Capricorn, you add it up, Aries and Capricorn. So January born Capricorn people will have Aries elements of life. January born Aquarius people will have Aries elements of life, conflict with friends. And you know what? My January born Aquarius friend, she's an Aries Mars. She used to fight. I know another Capricorn who used to fight a lot. But my January born Capricorn friend, she's always dealing with the conflict in the friend group. You can even apply this to February. I'm a February born Aquarius. February is a 2 month. It's a Taurian month. I remember last year, Kobe Bryant's wife. It was during February that she donated all of the insurance money to charity. Jennifer Aniston, February born Aquarius. She played in Friends. Okay, that's the Aquarius component, but she played a chef. Okay, I have me and my mother. Well, my mother handed me a beauty business. I have a cake business I'm trying to get off the ground called Cake by the Pound. That's all Taurus. So January is a low-key Aries season. February is low-key Taurus season, but the Gregorian calendar does make sense. It does check out from a numerology standpoint and an astrology standpoint. And then if you have heavy 1 degree placements, 13 degree placements, 25 degree placements, those are all Aries numbers, Aries placements. And why do you think we associate 13 with accidents? Friday, the 13th. It all 13, 1, 25, it's all Mars, it's all Aries. And then with Mars in retrograde, it kind of puts January in retrograde. So January is going to be a month full of, it's typically a month full of taking action, standing up for yourself, bullying, being bullied, anger management, dealing with anger, cutting off your parents, defiance. Kids might be really defiant during January, but with Mars in retrograde, January is in retrograde and Mars is retrograde in Leo. So January is going to be about us looking at the areas of life where we aren't the most confident, okay, where we don't take action, where we do have anger issues, and we're going to be fixing that stuff and we're going to be filling all those holes.